On Monday, May 8th, at special town meeting members voted to approve the tax increment financing plan and TIF agreement for NBCUniversal. When the annual town meeting resumed, they discussed one of the most anticipated articles in the warrant to approve for the CPA project Rosemary Recreation Complex. Liz Kalajian has a look at this meeting and the final session on May 10th.
The project entails the construction of 2 pools, a spray park, a parking lot, and a building with locker rooms, office space, and recreation programming space. It would also include landscaping, seating, and other amenities.
One will be an 8-lane competitive pool with a diving board, and the other will be a family recreational pool that includes a slide for kids. Despite the amount of planning that has gone into the complex, the committees did not agree on whether it is a necessary cost.
The Finance Committee believes that as a town, we are overextending ourselves and taking on too much debt. The Rosemary Pool Complex, while very attractive and desirable, in our opinion, is not an essential expenditure.
As I said last year, I would never stand up here and advocate for this project unless it fit in with our capital planning that uses conservative and realistic assumptions. It is an essential expenditure.
After over an hour and a half of discussion, residents were still split on the Rosemary Pool Complex.
There will be 1 swimming facility built in Needham. There won't be 2. There's an acknowledgement in the proponents' literature about the need for an indoor pool. If this pool gets built, that pool will not get built in our lifetime.
This process has been going on for at least 7 years, and perhaps longer. The Community Center of Needham held public forums. There have been numerous meetings held by the Park and Recreation Department. Many of these sites have been looked at. An indoor pool was looked at. An indoor pool was advocated by many, including me. It's not going to happen. This is what we have. And we have the choice between this beautiful facility or we have a gaping hole in the center of our town.
I cannot see spending this kind of money on a pool which is used 3 months a year. I know it's a hot, emotional issue. The kids are jumping outside with kickboards and noodles on the first meeting. But it just is not a necessary and essential expense for the town.
So you've got kids that it's good for, you've got families that it's good for, and you know something else that's good for the old folk like me. And the old folk like me are getting to be a bigger number of this town. And we need a facility too.
After a hand count, the article passed with 158 votes in favor and 56 opposed. With the addition of an emergency preamble, construction is set to begin as soon as possible. The annual town meeting finished on May 10th. During the over 4-hour meeting, the designs were approved for a new public safety complex, as was the proposed expansion to the high school. A citizen's petition on food trucks was the final article discussed. Town meeting voted to refer it back to the Board of Selectmen. For the Needham Channel News, I'm Liz Kalajian.